Hey boys and girls, Mr. McCauley here. I am not at school today, but I've made this awesome video for you. Today we're going to talk about food chains. Chains that start with one thing and move to something else. Now, here's a simple food chain that I have here with humans at one end and the sun here. And the arrow goes in this direction. That's a little bit confusing. But what the arrow is showing is a transfer of energy from the sun. The sun is the ultimate source of energy for all life on the earth. Travels down to the earth. The producers, which are the plants, they are able to turn that energy into some useful food energy. The plant, in this case, gets eaten by the bug, so the energy that has come from the sun in the plants gets transferred to the bug. Then the little chick eats the bug, so we get another further transfer of energy over to the chick, and then that cute little chick, well, we eat it. Anyways, some of us do. Anyways, some humans are carnivores, omnivores. So the energy has transferred all the way from the sun to the boy. Let me show you another one. This one's a little bit smaller. But again, we have the sun as the ultimate source of energy. The energy gets transferred down to the plant. Then a herbivore, in this case the deer, is eating the plant. And finally the lion is eating the deer or the antelope. So nobody eats the lion, so the energy stops with him, of course, until he dies, and then it starts all over again. Your job is to make two food chains today. In one food chain, I have picked the starting kind of middle animal, and in the other one, you get to choose it. So let's start off with the one that I've done, and all this is in Google Classroom. This is food chain number 1. In this case, it says, I added my name up here, finish the food chain. Note, the arrows show the flow of energy. All food chains start with the Earth's ultimate energy sources, should be source, and end with an animal or a human that has no predators. So let's start with the rattlesnake. The energy is going to transfer from something over here through the rattlesnake and on to something over here. So your first job is what does a rattlesnake eat? So I'm going to start off with a brand new web page, and I'm in Chrome, and I'm going to type in what does a rattlesnake eat? What does a rattlesnake eat? And it gives me kind of a Wikipedia page here with a little paragraph. Currently, western diamondback rattlesnakes, that's a kind of a rattlesnake, are not threatened or endangered. Mice, rats, rabbits, gophers, birds, lizards, and other small animals make up the diet of the snake. So these are all the things that it eats. So for example, it eats a mouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my food chain. I'm going to go to insert and an image, and I'm going to type in the word, do the search, and type in the word mouse. Now, sometimes you won't actually find it, and I find picking the different colors helps. Oh, this mouse? No. Let's pick this guy here. Double click, and in it goes. I'm going to shorten it down a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and throw it under here. Okay? So now I got to keep going. What does a mouse eat? So again, over here, what does a mouse eat? What does a mouse eat? A mouse eats different fruits and seeds. So I'm going to go and get an apple. And so what do? I go to insert an image, and I'm going to go to apple. Double click. In goes the apple. Whoa, it's huge. We can make it smaller. And again, smaller again. And there it is. Now, I really don't have enough room for a straight line, so I'm going to insert an arrow here in the shapes, in arrows. There's an arrow. I need an up and down arrow maybe this time. Now, whatever you do choose, this little tail up in the sky here lets you rotate the arrows around. So if I need to do a different direction, I can rotate it around in case the arrow is going the wrong way. Then, what would come next, of course, would probably be, I'm thinking the sun would give energy to the plant, and so on and so on. Your job then is to figure out what does Who eats a rattlesnake? And you're going to keep going until you get to an animal that has no predators. For example, I'm not sure, but let's pretend it's an eagle. No other animals attack an eagle. So I would say that if it's an eagle, you'd have to look it up. Who eats a rattlesnake? Okay, or what eats a rattlesnake? You could do a type. Eventually, you get to the point where you've got something over here that nobody eats, and then you're done. So this is what it is starting out to look like. When it's finished, it could look something maybe like this. Okay, I don't want to show you too much, give away too many of the answers, but those are some things that you can do for this food chain that I chose. The second one, okay, when you're done, turn this in. The second one is I'm going to let you choose what this starting animal is. Now, when you pick an animal, try to pick an animal that has some predators and also eats some prey. So something in the middle. I wouldn't start with a shark because, a shark, nothing really attacks a shark, really, depending on the shark, I guess. But start with something smaller that something eats and it eats something. And that'll give you a chance to do the food chain. When you're done, you're going to have to turn it in back in Google Classroom. Good luck, boys and girls. You have 2 jobs to do. This is also something, if you don't finish, you can do it for homework as well. Good luck with your food chains, and I'll see you on Thursday.